First Coast's most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
In honor of Hump Day and the climatological peak of hurricane season, Lou,
we're there.
I printed out a new photo
of us.
Look at that.
Isn't that nice? That's the family portrait that belongs on the mantelpiece.
Put that on the front of the fridge.
And then show the rest of it.
Oh.
When you open it up, it's the mouse pad.
It's the rest of the team.
If you want,
Tim Deegan.
And Timmy D still a prominent. Well, we had those a long time ago. So now we've got them sitting around. So if you at home would like a First Coast News mouse pad, just get in touch. We probably can arrange it.
Should we? Maybe we shouldn't share who perhaps will be in that next place? Should we keep that to ourselves?
I'll keep that to ourselves for now.
Okay.
I mean, the company-wide email went out, but let's
I didn't know if that was.
Let's have the element of surprise.
Okay.
But it will be. We will have a new teammate joining us very, very soon. New to the recent group, but maybe old to others. So maybe that.
Careful with that old.
Oh
talk.
no, I'm not. You know what? He knows it. And there you go. I'm giving hints, but he can take it. I'm fine calling it. Doing his face.
You're just dropping hints, Easter eggs left and right here.
Who would I be, if anybody's been watching First Coast News for a while, who would I be most comfortable with roasting directly to his face? But also having a great time with a brother from another mother. But we are here. The map at the mall would suggest. We're there. We made it to the gap. And we are at the peak, climatologically speaking, of hurricane season. What does that mean to you, Ross, considering what we're seeing out there in the tropical Atlantic right now? And
to me, it means we're at the halfway point.
Sure.
But that also just means we're only 50% of the way.
Right.
Which means there's still a long way to go.
Yeah.
We had 2 major hurricanes last year after this point.
Correct.
In Hurricane Helene and Hurricane Milton. Of course, Helene hitting the Big Bend and Milton, making landfall a little bit closer to the Tampa area and, I-4. But I'm not saying that's going to happen this year, but of course, can't let our guard down, so to speak.
We take it one step at a time, and that one step, so we've made it to the peak of the season, and we've got some this date is a couple of big anniversaries as far as hurricanes go here that impacted the First Coast in devastating ways. So, I mean, we're in that time of the season, and up until really just a couple hours ago, the Hurricane Center had not been monitoring anything.
Yeah.
Now there is this wave off the coast of Africa, still with a very low chance of development over the next 7 days. It's got to contend with a lot out there in the Atlantic, but we'll of course be watching that. What we do take away is there is nothing actually there. I mean, there is the wave, but as far as tropical systems are concerned, there's nothing on the peak of the season.
Yeah. So for at least the next 7-10 days, even maybe.
Yeah.
Nothing real, a whole lot to be concerned about necessarily.
Yeah. So, and modeling would show, even as we go kind of long range out, not a lot of confidence.
Yeah.
I will say, they're monitoring this, but we'll carefully start monitoring, and we'll keep an eye on things happening in and around the Caribbean and the Gulf. We've been talking about this. It is an untapped kind of resource at this moment, and we're getting back to that time of year. The way the hurricane season works, as we look at kind of that energy specifically.
One part
deeper.
with you mentioning the Caribbean and the Gulf.
Right. Bingo. We've got it. And the energy is there. And kind of the way the climatology of the hurricane season works, we show maps, kind of the beginning of the season, what's the main area of incubation. We talk about the Caribbean, the Gulf, and the Western Atlantic kind of being the main spots. When we get to the middle of the season, then we really start focusing on the African wave train and the middle and eastern Atlantic. We get back towards this side of the season, that kind of falling motion, getting more towards late September, October. We do shift our attention more or less back to this kind of region. So for good reason, there's a lot of heat energy still there. But over the next 7 to 10 days, we're good. And I will say, it's one of those things, you're looking at history with this, and, the period of time between August 20th and September 15th, that real peak, for us to not have anything out there named, you got to go all the way back to the early 90s. So you got to go back to like 92, really, that as long as nothing is named in the next 5 to 7 days, we'd have the quietest start to September since '92. Now, what does that mean? Definitely doesn't mean we can let our guard down, because in the longer range, we have things we got to watch. So, and we will, and we continue to take it kind of a bite at a time, that 1 week bite at a time through hurricane season until December 1st.
I won't complain about the quiet
No, I won't either.
and the calm.
I take it. I love it, and these things like with Milton, if you remember, kind of if you can say, a Cat 5 Milton, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so.
4 or 5. If you can say there's a best case scenario with a storm like that, in that it kind of avoided true like Tampa Bay devastation, but on the other hand, like the impacts of the tornado outbreak, that was unbelievable. So things to keep in mind, that if we get even like an Irma situation, which we are at that anniversary. We're at Dora's anniversary and Irma's now making landfall in Southwest Florida 8 years ago. That was not a direct landfalling storm, Irma. It was one that took that backway track, and it's been some of the worst impacts we've had from a hurricane since Dora. So anyway, those are just some existential thoughts I have when we talk tropics now at 4:40 in the afternoon. But
On a brighter note,
please, blue skies.
beautiful day up in good old Brantley County, Nahunta.
Nahunta.
Love it.
Love to see the blue skies. It's funny because yesterday we were talking like we were socked in with clouds, from 95 through I-95 all the way through Glenn, Camden County, down through Nassau, here along the beaches and all through really northeast Florida.
Yeah, these folks weren't.
But they weren't.
They weren't.
And then the
They were loving
temperatures were showing it. Waycross was beautiful blue skies yesterday and again today. I mean, so it's, as we were talking about the showers and the storms and then the coastal flooding, folks in Waycross are maybe out catching a tan because they had those blue skies. And now a lot of our shower activity through the rest of the evening, we had focused in on this morning, perhaps maybe getting some rain along some of our interstates. A lot of that stayed south. And that's sort of the story for the rest of the evening as our rain conditions get a lot better. So we do at least dry out for the rest of the evening, and it looks like through the end of the work week at least.
Yeah, really only isolated coastal showers the next couple of days, and we'll touch on it. But yeah, overall, pretty nice Wednesday night. You got outdoor plans, you having dinner out on the back porch, firing up the grill hills here soon, throwing on a couple patties, a couple dogs.
Woo!
Feeling pretty good. Winds also not as bad today either, Lou.
Right.
The direction's a little bit more out of the northeast rather than northeast.
Yep.
So gusts only upwards of about 20 to 25 for some folks. I didn't even put the current gusts up there because not too many were showing up. So overall, an improvement upon what we had yesterday for sure.
Big time improvement. We had that gust of 41 in Flagler County, so they had a big gust. They had Flagler County. If you watch from there, goodness, you guys were the bullseye yesterday, and had some flooding reports from Palm Coast, Flagler Beach, and the Marineland area. So a little bit of a break now, but that coastal flood advisory stays in place, and that's times of high tide, which we'll watch again really the overnight hours later on this evening. Small craft advisory too offshore. When you see those buoys at yesterday, they were at 7 and 8 feet. So you're talking about 7 to 8 foot surf or seas, I should say, offshore trying to catch a fish. It's not fun. Boating and that's not great. That's why we got the small craft. It's kind of like if you're doing any fishing, let's keep it in the intracoastal. It's not the best for offshore. And I imagine a bunch of our charter boat captains are feeling that pinch right now too. Not ideal to get out. And over our next 12 hours, Ross, like I said, we've kind of dropped those rain chances.
Yeah, dropped the rain chances. So dry skies, also a little bit cooler. I think we hit 66 degrees up at the Jacksonville International Airport today or this morning. We might flirt with that again tomorrow. We got it at 68 right now, but inland locations, so really west and north of Highway 17, Lou, we're talking mid-60s, perhaps even the low 60s. Check out Lake City up to Ware County and Waycross, 62, 61.
Yeah.
Might even have to put on a little bit of a long sleeve up
How about
there
that?
early tomorrow morning. Kind of hard to believe.
That's my threshold. Like when I'm going to wear a long sleever is 59.
Okay.
59, I'm comfortable. I can't do it in the 60s. I might want to do it in the 60s because I am thin-blooded. I get cold easy, having lived in Florida now this period of time. But I am confident enough. When it is 59, I'll wear a little long sleever. Why not?
What about shorts?
I'll still wear shorts.
Okay.
Still going to wear my shorts.
The maintenance guys or landscapers at the apartment complex I live at, they always give me a hard time in the winter because I'll be walking my dog and they're like, it's 35 degrees out,
When you're
40
shorts.
degrees. I'm like,
Yeah.
I was born.
I
in
was
the snow.
made in this. You
The
merely,
North-
you merely adopted the cold. Ross was born in it.
The North remembers. Game of Thrones
Now
shout
I'm
out.
scared. I'm kind of nervous now. Very terrified. No, I do.
Yeah.
But I am looking forward to Gene's SZN. I'm looking, and that's kind of my 50. I need 50s in the morning. I'll throw on my Levi's.
Yeah. No, not a Wrangler guy.
I gotta love my Wranglers now. Those are real comfortable jeans.
Should have known you weren't a Brett Favre fan.
That guy had problems towards the end there, didn't he?
We digress.
But we digress. To the south is what we'd be watching for any showers on Thursday, coastally speaking, and even that's a low chance. We're going 10% for most of us.
Yeah, low chances tomorrow.
Seeing a chance of a shower, and mid 80s. Listen, we've earned it. We've had like several days consecutive, and we still will. By the way, still have these northeast winds hanging on with us even through the weekend. It looks like, and maybe even getting stronger. But at least we're getting more sun than clouds to get on our shoulders, and a little more of the same for Friday. Maybe coastal shower.
So looking good for Friday night plans, Lou.
Yeah, a lot better. A little Friday night football, any date night, payday night. Not payday for us, but for some.
Yeah,
it's
for
still
some.
Friday after all.
But yeah, here's the lineup. Our lineup for Sideline 2025, week, what is it now? 3? Week 4?
I think we're getting to
Week 4.
Yeah.
Season's flying by, so of course.
Yeah, because we're at Creekside, Bishop Kenny, Bowles, and now we'll be
Yep.
at our game of the week's at Fletcher. But not to ruin the surprise with the next graphic. But
Although you did.
I did. But let's go back. I want to
Okay.
pick some games.
Okay.
I want to look. Bowles at Bishop Kenny, man.
That's a big one.
Now that's going to be fun. That's going to be very cool. And Bishop Kenny's catching some teams at home, right? So they got Takoi last week, and I'm pretty sure that was pretty one-sided. And now they catch Bowles at the house. So
What about Hawthorne? That's down toward like Gainesville, isn't it?
yeah. So that would technically be out of market for us, but coming into market to go to Oakleaf, which I don't know much about Hawthorne's football program, but they're going to have their hands full with Oakleaf.
I'm happy to see Andrew Jackson is on there. I don't think we've covered Andrew Jackson
Andrew
yet this
Jackson's
year.
glad to see him. Let's go.
So-
See what they can do against Matanzas. And then Ponte Beach, we're going to Beachside. So Beachside, little county rivalry. So not always a little bad blood there.
And then as you spoiled it,
yeah, I
game
did.
of the week.
I did. I don't, I know Nice has had some pretty good games, but I have Fletcher has been beating people pretty soundly. So good football program out at the beach. Nice gets to go down out to Jack's Beach and play some of the Beach Rats, see how that goes. And game of the week, temperatures warm but beautiful. I think you underscore that pretty nicely. And at least, the last couple of we've had some, really all 4 weeks been pretty good. We have had rain kind of threatening these first 2 weeks.
That first week was kind of iffy.
Yeah.
But yeah, since then we've lucked out. Because
Yep.
last year, I remember Chris Porter was getting on me every week.
Yeah.
Because it rained
Rained a lot.
almost every Friday night.
Yeah.
We've had, like you mentioned, rain around. There's a fuzzy fly around here.
Yeah. He's been bothering me too. Same fly.
But yeah, we've kind of dried out on the Friday nights at least.
Good looking Friday. I love looking towards the weekend. Wednesday, that's what it's for. We're sliding downhill to the weekend and looking forward to good Friday night football. Your weekend, listen, we do get that nor'easter style thing tightening up a bit more. Drier air in place, that's good news, but check that out. So it wants to show a little higher precipitable water, maybe moving into our beaches areas Saturday. So we have kind of bumped chances of rain a little bit for our weekend, especially towards our beaches. So had to make a little bit of an adjustment there for Saturday, Sunday.
And also the winds too, right?
Yeah.
Winds, especially on Saturday, going to be a little bit gustier, especially out along the coastline and the beaches. 25 to 30, if not even 35 miles per hour. I think I got, for the forecast winds in here. So you'll notice Friday, it's breezy, but kind of similar to what we have today, what we're expecting tomorrow. Still out of the northeast, about 10 to 20. But as we fast forward it into your Saturday, there we go.
Yeah.
25, 27, 28, gusts upwards of, again, 30 to 35. So between that and the chance for rain, if you got outdoor plans, just kind of be mindful of that. Might get a quick shower moving in, right? But also you got the tent put up for a tailgate or something. Gators play 7 or 7:30 kickoff against LSU. Having a tailgate all afternoon.
Yep.
Tie it down.
Yeah, we got
to use those sandbags.
Yep.
Put them over the legs.
Yep, 100%. And make sure it's plenty of weight. I lost a tent, and I thought I had it good anchored down too. And it wasn't even winds like this, but it was out of the beach, and I was embarrassed because I was with that guy, and I always said I wouldn't be that guy chasing my tent, and I chased my tent, and it broke. And I was devastated. That was my tailgating tent.
I guess that's better than the umbrella.
Yeah.
Because those are I feel like those are even more dangerous.
Might be
they're
dangerous. Yeah, you have
impale
yourself
ya.
a spear.
Yeah.
With our Rain Chance roller coaster there, kind of building up through Saturday, and really going to focus on the beaches. Certainly could get to 95, and maybe a few of us see it west, but we're really going to think about coastal showers, rip current risk, and pretty big surf, and potentially more coastal tidal flooding issues, that nuisance kind of high water. Then the places that you're used to, the usual suspects that have already been getting it. It's going to continue, it looks like, through the weekend. Listen, if you're across the southeast, if you're up in Athens or Columbia, you got high pressure about to take over this weekend. But what that does for us is it tightens that gradient so much to where they're going to have pleasant weather. For us, it just makes it even windier.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we'll be doing. So if you are road tripping up, maybe do Dogs play at home this weekend?
No. I don't think any of our teams, Georgia, Florida State, or Florida, I think they all play away games this weekend.
Okay. So got that to continue.
If they do happen to play at home, please tell me because I have that wrong on our calendar. But I'm pretty sure they're all away.
I'm looking forward to Friday. We can do our college football picks.
Now, why did you talk about the weather up in Columbia?
Oh, yeah. Road tripping, baby. Gonna go see my Gamecocks take on Vanderbilt. I'm pumped. And the weather there, like, talk about getting a little taste of fall. It's supposed to be, it's a 7:45 kick and going to be in the low 60s.
That's nice.
It's going to be nice.
That's football weather.
That's good football weather.
Throw the pigskin around a little bit, tailgating pregame.
Maybe that's the time we're walking out and waking up the next morning, maybe in the 50s. I love it. So
now, is there a theme? Is there you're supposed to wear?
I haven't looked. I need to research
What is your color? Garnet?
Garnet and black.
Okay. Yeah. Is it
Garnet and black. They haven't released. I haven't seen the uniform release yet. Usually, if we're going all black or not. So.
Oh, but you guys don't have themes each home game?
Not like a whiteout like you guys.
Okay. Well, I mean, but Penn State does they'll have a stripe out though. It'll be the Thon game. It'll be
the Thong game.
Thon.
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 Is that a color?
No, Thon is a 46-hour dance marathon that raises money for childhood cancer.
The marathon. Got it.
Yeah.
I was wondering if listen. Cisco wrote a song about it. I didn't know if y'all did a Cisco themed game and teach their own.
I guess.
What I mean.
I guess.
But
yeah, so
I don't know yet. I gotta look.
Okay.
I have not.
Thought you were a real fan. Guess not.
I've not prepared myself accordingly. I'll just be in my cock hat, ready and raring to rock.
Now you mentioned picking our games on Friday.
Yeah.
I think the weather should be pretty nice for most of those games that I looked at. Well, we've got Texas A&M and Notre Dame.
Yep.
We got Florida, LSU. Mm-hmm. Let me see if I can think off the top of my head. Who else do we have? We got Georgia, Tennessee.
Yeah.
That's in Knoxville.
Yeah. Game day will be there.
Old Rocky Top.
Rocky Top. So we got some good football to pick, and there's no.
Where was the other game?
I just know there were no layups.
There were no layups. They were all ranked matchups.
Yeah. I don't know there was another. It was an ABC game, right? An SEC.
Mm-hmm. It was a 3:30 kick. Oh no, the noon kick. Wisconsin, Alabama.
That one might be a layup.
Yeah, that might be a layup.
That one might be a layup. That might be the only one we got.
Doing the Badgers dirty, man.
I am, but I don't know about the Badgers.
There has been an upset, though, every week.
You're right.
Now, we've only picked 2 weeks, but there's been an upset every week in our pick'ems.
And maybe that's the way I go, so I can separate myself from Ross over here, who tied it up last week. I'm going to go do a show. Are we wrapping up now? Are we done?
Well, we really sped up through this.
Yeah.
We also didn't talk to Toby about what time our out time was today.
What time? Oh, you got 3 minutes to fill while I go do a show.
Okay.
You can just reset.
Yeah.
Show us some tropics again, Ross.
Well, I was going to say, let's talk about the 7-day. I can talk about the 7-day.
Yeah, bring it on.
A couple minutes.
I'll escape. Yeah, because now we do these at 4:30. I got to go prepare myself for a 5 p.m. show.
I will miss you, Lou.
I miss you, Ross.
I'm all alone.
No one beside me.
Well, I urge everyone to turn on First Coast News at 5. Lou is going to be on there talking a lot about what I'm going to kind of cover here in about the next 2 minutes. We had a weather impact alert this morning. That's done and dusted with. No concerns here for the rest of tonight. Beautiful blue skies, sunshine out there, nice little cool northeasterly breeze. So your Wednesday night, chef's kiss. Thursday, Still a little bit breezy. Winds still out of the northeast, 10 to 20. It's going to be a sunny day. We'll watch for a few isolated coastal showers. Pretty much, I would say, from like St. Augustine down to Hastings, and then down towards Palm Coast and Flagler Beach in Flagler County. So just a few of those far southern or southeastern parts of the First Coast. Otherwise, rest of us will stay completely dry tomorrow, especially southeast Georgia. Lots of sunshine, dry skies for you. Morning temperature is going to be in the 60s, highs in the 80s for both your Thursday and your Friday. We talked about the football forecast a little bit, so I won't touch on that too much more. The weekend, as Lou mentioned, if you are planning on heading out to the beach, there's going to be rough surf. It's going to be windy, gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour. Rip currents will be a concern this weekend as well. So although it's going to feel fairly nice outside, might not be the best weekend to go to the beach. Maybe go for a walk on it, but not necessarily to just kind of sit there in your chair and read. Wind's going to be hitting you in the face pretty hard, and the surf is also going to be pretty rough, somewhat dangerous out there as well. So just keep that in the back of your mind if you do plan on heading out to the beach this weekend. Saturday, we'll also have really our best chance to see some more rain move on shore over about the next 7 days. So Saturday, 40% coverage of rain. Sunday, still a few coastal showers around, but overall, most of us, the vast majority of us, will stay drier. And then looking ahead to next week, you'll notice those temperatures begin to rise a little bit more, back up into the upper 80s. I think some of our inland locations could flirt with the low 90s, especially by Tuesday afternoon. So we are going to warm back up a little bit, but you'll note we never really lose that breeze. So we're not going to have too many stagnant days here. Winds still stay out of the northeast, but overall rain chances will begin to go down and diminish a little bit more so as we head into at least the first half of next week. And of course, we talked tropics at the top of the show. 20% low chance of formation for that highlighted area. No real major concerns, though, at least for the next 7 days. I'm meteorologist Ross Mumal. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday night. Take care, folks.